And it is crazy. Like, I don't know what it is. And I'm not being prejudiced. It's fucking scary. Especially fucking scary when people pull up in a parking lot in a car asking for money because they don't have enough gas. And yet they're driving around the parking lot. Those are parking lot scammers, folks. Watch out for them. But it's so weird. Everyone's like, these people are like popping up like rabbits. And you don't know where the fuck they're coming from. And I know some people are like, that's prejudice to think that. You're insensitive. Those people are going to be going through a rough time. But at the same time, you're like, where the fuck are these people coming from? I never seen these people before. I live in a small area. I mean, I understand if they were in Eureka, because that's a shithole place, but here, it's like, it's crazy. They're riding bikes. They're standing on exit ramps of dangerous highways for money, holding signs for money. And they're like twitchy. That's the word, twitchy. I don't know where these people are coming from. I especially don't know what these people are on. Because 1 minute, they could be like the dude in Florida that ate that dude's face. Like one crazy ass moment, boom, zombies. So, I don't know what to think. I know that's mean to say that, but it's just, when you see these people show up, kind of crazy on something, red flags are going up. You're looking at the exits, you're watching your surroundings, and you're especially watching where you're going. And you're looking behind your back, making sure no one's following you, because it is some crazy fucking shit going on. And it's bad enough I have a mayor who's a dipshit. Who's a tree hugger, mind you. Never elect a tree hugger. Never elect a liberal who's a tree hugger. I have no problems with Democrats. But when you elect someone who's a tree hugger, who just gave half of the town to a city, you could tell he's a pushover. Because that's what happened. Half the town went to the city. So, and you have people showing up out of nowhere, popping up like rabbits, mind you, I'm using that phrase again. And you're looking everywhere, making sure these people don't follow you. We're in a crazy world. But I know next year is going to be a lot better. I know it. I believe it. It's going to be a better year next year, so we just got to get through what's left of this year and go to 2020. So, anyway, I know a lot of people have been asking me about who you voting for next year. I'll tell you this. I saw what happened. I know someone asked me, like, did you see what happened to Joe Biden? Yeah. I wish Joe, I said this, like, if Joe Biden was the Joe Biden of the old days, I would vote for him. As crazy as that sounds. But right now, he needs to drop out. The dude's eye started bleeding. The dude's left eye, ladies and gentlemen, started bleeding on live TV. Something's wrong with that dude. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I mean it in a concerning way of like, what is happening to you? And mind you, this poor guy lost his son. He had an aneurysm. 2 aneurysms. He is having a hard time speaking, which a lot of people are like, well, he's older, he's trying to come up with words. But the thing is, when you watch him, he's trying to say words that he's trying to reach. And he's having a hard time remembering some things. This guy shouldn't be running. This guy shouldn't even be... Someone who is close to him should be like, his wife, for example, should be like, you know what? You ain't running for president. Your health is too important. Let's go home. This poor guy shouldn't be running. Especially when your eye starts bleeding on live TV. Mind you. If I ever ran for office, and this is a big hypothetical, because I'd be like, if someone says to me, run for office, I'd be like, go fuck yourself. If I started running for office, and one of my eyes started bleeding, I hope to God my wife would be like, you know what, go home, let's go home, we don't need this. I'd be like, yeah, we're going home. Because, like, I watched the part on YouTube, because I didn't feel like sitting through an 8-hour thing. And I saw this, and I was just like, I really like Joe Biden. He needs to step out of the race and just go home and live out the rest of his life. Go fix up an old car, go fishing, go hiking, get away from stressful things. Because if you have an aneurysm, because bleeding of the eyes could cause from aneurysm, high blood pressure, or a blood vessel popped in your head. And the thing is, I don't want to see him run. I don't want to see him dealing with what's going on in the White House. So, for me, I saw it. It just scared the shit out of me. Because I really like Joe Biden. He was a great he's a great politician. A great vice president. Better than the last 2 we had. Better than Cheney and Gore. And by the way, climate change is a false thing, so I don't believe in climate change. Because how the fuck did Al Gore become a billionaire? So, anyway, that's what my thought is of it. I saw it and I just felt horrible for Biden. So, I mean, to be honest, the Democrats don't have anyone really. Like, Joe Biden was like the last hope we have. So, I don't mind Trump. It's just some of his ideas are kind of crazy. So, I mean, I don't mind it because the economy's great. It's just a lot of his ideas are kind of like, yeah, dude, it's a little too much. Let's go a different route. Now I got this question. Did you see the Chappelle? I did. I did see the Chappelle thing. The Jesse Smollett, I think that's his name, Jesse Smollett incident was pretty hilarious of Chappelle's thoughts of it. That happened in Chicago. That happened one state over. It was like all over the news in the world, and especially here in the Show Me State. Like, I saw it, and as a person who has a MAGA hat, which means make America great again, I wouldn't certainly wear it in Chicago. Chicago is like a blue blood state. It is like a hardcore Democrat place. And when he said like what happened, 2 things like popped in my head. One is, why the fuck would a white person go walking through Chicago at night in the cold? 2 is, why would a white person wear a fucking hat that is asking to be beat up in Chicago? 3 is, who the fuck would walk through winter to Subway? 4 is, seriously, who the fuck would walk through winter in Chicago? Especially in the Midwest. It gets fucking cold here. It gets so cold that I can't feel my toes. On my left foot. My right foot, I can't feel fucking anything, so... So... It you know... It gets really fucking cold here in the Show Me State. You know... It gets so cold you can't feel anything. You can't feel your feet, your hands. You just don't want to leave your house in the wintertime. And plus it gets really dangerous on the road. So, yeah. But I'm happy fall's coming, so... After fall, I'll be like, winter is coming. So, yeah. I love how everyone reacted to Chappelle. Especially critics. That made me laugh. Like, people got so upset. And here's a question. Did you finish the Blair Witch game? No. I didn't finish it. I'll tell you the truth. I played it, and it's kind of like one of those videos. Have you ever watched those videos where people like climb to like the tallest building and it shows the entire ground, like shows from the top of the highest building to the ground, and you're kind of like anxious, like watching it, thinking like, oh my god, don't drop the camera, don't fall. Playing that game is kind of like that for me, but I don't like the woods. One, I don't know why the fuck I bought that game. I'm asking myself that question, like, why did I buy this video game? I did enjoy it. I enjoyed part of it because I loved the movie, which I still think it's a murder mystery, even though a lot of people are like, it's a supernatural thing. I played it and I'm like, I just don't feel comfortable. Especially in the beginning of the game where it's like all choices matter, you are being watched. And you're like, fuck this game. I played Arkham City, which I adore. I think Arkham City is the greatest video game ever made. And I especially love the Catwoman side missions. I really, really enjoy it. I think it's a wonderful addition to a video game. And you're playing it, you're like, I don't want this game to stop. It is really, really brilliant. And I highly recommend it. I'm going to play it after the show's over. Because I just, you know what, I'm going to find a video of it. I'm sure they have a video of the side missions, because it is really, really fun to watch. Oh, they do. No commentary included. Alright. Catwoman story missions. Okay.
Not my style. I always prefer a woman's touch in these situations. Stay where you are, Ivy. I'm coming to get you.
Get her, Catwoman.
I need to get my kit from my apartment. No way I can face Ivy without my
What the hell is
things.
she doing here?
I'd be naked without them.
Catwoman! Kill her!
This is the greatest video game I've ever fucking seen.